Hello everyone, Jeff with the Green Review here. It's snowing. What kind of spring is this? You know, my Brent and Becky's bulb catalog came today and I thought I should go outside and enjoy it. This is the summer bulb edition where you've got all of the wonderful dahlias and summer lilies and things instead of the tulips and daffodils of the other catalog. But I think what I might want to do is just use my Green Review wand and just put us into a different season so we can look at the spring bulbs and plan for our summer bulbs when it's a little better weather out for doing this. Let's just do that.
Whew. Well, this is a lot better, isn't it? It's a lot warmer out now than it was back there in the snow. And this is a better time to be looking at our bulbs. We have some beautiful little tulips blooming here. We've got flowers blooming all through the whole yard. This is the right time of year to be making decisions on which bulbs to plant in your yard. Not in the fall when you see the bulbs being sold in the stores, but right now when we have bulbs in our yards. I'm going to make this same claim for all different kinds of things throughout the year. The best time to make the decision is during the season, not during the winter when you're getting the catalogs in the mail. Now, some of the companies will send spring bulb catalogs in the spring so that you can see which bulbs you should be ordering for the next year. And so they do that at the proper time. A lot of companies, though, don't do that. What we want to do is we want to get the decisions done while we can see what we're looking at. And so, these tulips here are good. They're maybe a little too long because they're in too much shade. So we can make a decision based on what they're at right now, not in the fall when we're trying to remember what happened. So get your cameras out, your cell phones out, take pictures, take videos, make notes into the video, and go through your yard and your landscape and make decisions right now while your bulbs are in bloom. And I've got a really great tip for you for the fall when you're planting your bulbs that'll help you next fall, the following fall, to know where your bulbs are at. So let's run off to the front yard and look and see what I'm talking about in the front flower bed with the bulbs that are there. I have hundreds of bulbs in my yard. I have them all scattered throughout the yard and the landscape. And one of the things that happens in the fall is that you can't find the spring bulbs because their leaves have died back and the bigger perennials have taken over. I've got roses and peonies and prairie plants in here, and you won't see any of these flowers in the fall. So one way to find them is to plant grape hyacinths. Grape hyacinths have pretty blue or purple or white flowers in the spring, but in the fall they send up leaves. So this little clump right here is protected by the grape hyacinths. In the fall, I will know that these lilies and these crocuses are in this area. I can take a picture of them in the spring when they're blooming, and in the fall I'll know that this is the spot where they're at. If I want to change something, I know that they're here. If I want to protect them, I know that they're here. So by planting grape hyacinths around the outside edge of an area or along the border, then you can know where they're at in the fall. So it's a great little plant. They're very inexpensive, and you can buy bags of 50 for just a few dollars. So this is a really nice little tip because these can come up in the fall and you can protect the rest of your bulbs. Another tip, a bonus tip, would be that at this time of year, a lot of the daffodils are starting to lose their flowers, and so they are starting to produce seeds. So as they do, as the flowers start to fall off, go ahead and take off the little seed heads. We don't want these plants to produce seeds. We want them to get bigger bulbs. So just pinch the top little piece off and you'll get rid of the seeds. The plant will grow a bigger bulb. Don't do anything to the leaves. Leave the leaves alone because they're there to produce the food for the bulb. So they have to be on there until they really start turning yellow. Now, a lot of times a companion planting like daylilies or these peonies will come up and hide the bulbs. So mix the bulbs into your landscape. Don't just put them in one spot where as they start to die back, they'll start to look ugly. Put them in an area where other plants will come up and hide them. So like these crocuses, you can't see anymore because the lilies are coming up to hide their foliage. And as a bonus tip, wait, there's more, right? Take some of your bulbs and plant them in the utility areas in the back of your house. Plant them by the air conditioner, the gas meter, places where you don't see them. And if you don't see them, what good is it, right? Well, cut off the flowers and bring them in for a vase. You're not changing your landscape any, but you can bring them in. So I've got hyacinths out here in the landscape that look really pretty, but if I cut them down to bring them in, I change the landscape. I've got hyacinths in the backyard that I can cut down and bring in, and now I can have the fragrance indoors. So as a bonus tip, plant some of your spring blooming bulbs and some of your perennials in those utility areas. You don't want to have to keep mowing that area anyway. So protect the area by putting in flowers and make it low maintenance and having something you can bring indoors all summer long. If you like all these tips, I appreciate it if you'd share them with all your friends. And until next time, this is A Greener View.